Okay, let's continue our topic now, please. From today, we are trying to focus on our next device in Fortinet training. It's a Fortianalyzer. Fortianalyzer. Have you received the slides related with Fortianalyzer?
Slides, no.
Okay, wait. I think I haven't shared with you Fortianalyzer slide. Wait. Okay, now let's continue our topic now. Okay, Luis?
Yes.
Right. So we are trying to focus on next module. It's called Fortianalyzer. Let's talk about the concept why we need Fortianalyzer device. What is the use of Fortianalyzer? So if you remember our discussion, we need logs, right? In network, we need logs in case if you want to diagnose the problem in network, if you want to troubleshoot your network, you need proper logs. And to store devices log like Fortinet firewall, Forti switch, Forti manager, Forti authenticator, Forti sandbox, Forti mail, 40, 40 AP, 40 Wi-Fi. If you want to store all Fortinet devices log on a centralized location, you can go with this device. It's called Fortianalyzer. These are remote logging server. To store the logs, to store the logs, you can go with local database. You can go with local database each device, local database. But in case if you are receiving too much logs in your network, every day 5,000, 6,000 logs hitting in your firewall device, in Forti manager, in Forti switch, in Forti authenticator, and you want to send all these logs on remote logging server. So in remote logging server, we have multiple options. Remote logging server, we have multiple options. We can go with syslog server. Syslog is a common concept. Okay, syslog and SNMP, these are what? Common concept. These are remote logging server option. You can store any device logs in syslog or in SNMP. In Fortinet, we have a dedicated appliance. It's called Fortianalyzer. This is dedicated appliance for Fortianalyzer, and this is our task. This is our topic. Fortianalyzer. So Fortianalyzer is not only for Fortinet Firewall or Forti Manager. This is for all Fortinet products logs you want to store in a centralized location. You want to verify. You can go with Fortianalyzer. This is our task. This is remote logging server. So in this topic, we'll discuss about describe the purpose of Fortianalyzer. Describe the purpose of administrative domain. Remember this concept AD,
Yeah,
ADOM
no, yes.
concept. Same concept we have in Fortianalyzer. Remember always your Forti manager device you can use as a Fortianalyzer, no problem. If you want to use your Forti manager device to act as a Fortianalyzer, you can do this. But yes, you can go with a dedicated appliance. You can go with a dedicated appliance because Forti manager I'm using to manage my devices, to restore my device, to manage my device, to do device level setting, policy package, configuration push. We have a device, Forti manager. The feature option is available in case if you want to use. Otherwise, you can go with dedicated appliance. For Fortianalyzer feature, you can go with dedicated appliance. So describe the purpose of ADOM concept. We have the same topic here and when you can use, when you might use them. And you need to know the difference between Fortianalyzer operating mode. Yes, we can use Fortianalyzer in two modes. The first one is what? First one is what? Analyzer mode, and second one is what? Collector mode. So we have two operating mode here. Let's talk about this point. Wait. Let's talk about this point. What is the use of Fortianalyzer? We can support all devices logs. For example, we have multiple branch office, FortiGate on branch office, FortiGate on branch office, and on head office we have FortiGate travel device, Forti manager device. All these devices logs, all these devices log, I want to store on a centralized location. So we can deploy Fortianalyzer. Support multiple devices, multiple Fortinet products. You can see the list. You can see the list. Multiple Fortinet product logs you can install, you can store in a Fortianalyzer. So once you store all the logs into this Fortianalyzer, once you store all the logs in Fortianalyzer, then you can connect your PC. You can connect your PC and from this centralized location, you can verify all devices log. Clear my point, Luis?
Yes.
Now, now wait, ADOM option. So how to enable ADOM? How to enable ADOM? We'll discuss here. If you remember in 40 manager training, it's simple task. Either you can enable with the graphical page or you can enable with the CLI command option. Both options are available. And command syntax is same. Command syntax is same to enable ADOM option. Now let's talk about 40 analyzer operating mode. So we have two options. The first one we can go with analyzer mode, and the second option we can go with collector mode. Analyzer mode, or you can go with collector mode. These are the two options. If you are using your device as an analyzer mode, it means you can utilize complete Fortianalyzer feature. All Fortianalyzer features you can utilize when you are using your device in analyzer mode. If you are using your box in collector mode, it means it will only collect the logs and then send to the centralized Fortianalyzer device. Collector is only collecting logs from multiple Fortinet devices. Okay, my point is what I don't want to send all devices log directly to the Fortianalyzer. No, I don't want to create overhead or load on Fortianalyzer. That's why I have a collector device in between these Fortinet devices and this Fortianalyzer device. I'm using this box to act as a collector. He's collecting all the logs. Then I'm sending these logs to Fortianalyzer. So analyzer means what? I can utilize all the feature of Fortianalyzer. But in case if I'm using device as a collector mode, yes, I can. I have limited options. I have limited option in collector mode. Let me show you. Let me show you Fortianalyzer. Wait. I have a small lab. Wait. 192.168.29.0 network I'm using to access all these devices. Into this design, this device is what Fortianalyzer. Let me delete this. Wait. Let me delete. Let's add a new one. So I have Fortianalyzer device. FortiGate, FortiGate, Forti Manager. What about Fortianalyzer? Luis, give me 2 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Give me 2 minutes. I think it's deleted. Wait. Fortianalyzer. You need to assign 4 GB RAM and two virtual CPU. Otherwise, it will not work properly. And this one I'm using as a 40 analyzer device. 40 analyzer device. For 40 analyzer, I'm using IP address 192.168.29.198/24. This is 40 analyzer device, and I have some servers here and some. I have one server and three 40 gate fabric box. Let's start 40 analyzer first. Okay, Luis, can you hear me? If you talk about factory default
Yes.
setting, Luis, can you hear me? If you talk about
Yes.
factory default setting, so by default we have IP address on port number one. This is the IP address 192.168.1.99. If you don't have IP address, so you can configure as per your requirement. So by default, this IP address is configured, and these two services are enabled: SSH and HTTPS. HTTPS. Let me configure IP address on this 14 as well because I'm using entry-level 14 LZ device. So I need to configure IP address on port number one. Wait. Please wait. Okay, it's taking time.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, I'm using 14 Analyzer OS version 6.2.3. If you are working with any latest version, no problem. You will get same option, same tab option you will get here. Okay, so username is admin. Password, we can set password 123 123. Now config system interface, and I'm trying to configure IP address on port number one. Edit port number one, set IP 192.168.198/24. Set allows HTTPS, ping, and SSH. Let's try to access this 14-ledger device. So 192.168.29.198. So this is console page. This is console page, and this one is a graphical page. One ninety two, 168.29.198. Okay, I'm getting reply. Now this is a graphical page. Username admin, password 123. So first we can enable ADOM concept. By default, ADOM is not enabled. Like 40 manager, we can enable here. Now you can see these options are available. Luis, can you hear me here?
Yes.
Only these options are available because we are working with 40 analyzer device only. If you enable 40 analyzer feature in 40 manager, then yes, you can get 40 manager options, management pane option, and 40 analyzer. But this is a dedicated appliance for 40 analyzer feature. So we have device manager concept to register our devices. And these are the options. These are the options related with logs. Let's go with the system setting. System setting, and ADOM option is not enabled by default. So we have to enable. You can see administrative domain concept. You can enable. You can click on OK. Let's try to log in again. And this time I need to select ADOM option. Default ADOM is what? Root ADOM. Let's go to system setting. And you can see you are familiar with these options. You are already familiar with these options. Remember in 40 manager?
Yes, it's equal to 40 manager.
Yes, exactly. Yes. If so, that's why if you are familiar with 40 manager device, same tab options are available. You can see if you want to create multiple ADOMs, no problem. You can create. You can configure interfaces here, high availability. You can create multiple admin account. And we'll discuss today remote authentication server integration. Yes, it is required. Remote server authentication. And for this, yes, I have I have this AD server. It is already prepared, okay? So no need to prepare, and you have idea how to prepare AD server, right? In testing scenario. So
Yes.
it's already available, it's already prepared, so no need to prepare again. We can directly go for the integration task. We can directly go for the integration task. So see, now you can see event log, task monitor, advanced tab, certificate options. The default mode, the default mode for this 14 analyzer is what? Analyzer. 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 Analyzer means what? I told you. If your device Your device is a mode is Fortianalyzer mode. It's called you can utilize all Fortianalyzer feature. You can utilize all 40 energy feature. But in case if you are using your box as a collector mode, then you have limited option. Let me show you this concept here. Default mode is what? Analyzer. If I'm using collector option, so you can just click on, okay, see, are you sure you want to switch to collector mode? Yes, I want. Now you can see we are getting a message here. This is collector mode. This device mode is what? Collector mode. And if you go to system setting, you can see only these three options are available. See, system setting, log view, and device manager. So limited options are available. So rest options like if you verify 40 SOC, 40 view, you can see 40 SOCs, for incident event report. These options are not available. Fabric view, these options are not available when you are using your box as a collector device. I hope this verification is clear for you, right?
Yes.
Okay, now. So let's create, okay, wait. Let's create ADOM here. For example, in case if I want to create a ADOM, here we have default ADOM. Let's assign storage for this ADOM. For example, 5,000 MB or 2,000 MB. And I'm creating some ADOM option. I can create like 40 manager. You can click on create new. You can click on create new. You can give a name, for example, ADOM 1. ADOM 1. This is type is what? FortiGate. You can see multiple products are available. You are creating this ADOM for which kind of devices? So I'm creating for FortiGate fabric. Storage, yes, I can assign, for example, 2000 MB. Click on OK. So I can create ADOM like 40 manager box. I can create multiple administrator account here. I can create multiple admin account. You can click on administrator. You can click on create new. I'm giving a name, for example, admin 5. Password, I'm using 123, 123. You can see these three options are available for admin profile. In case if you are working with 40 manager box, you have four predefined admin profile. But in 40 analyzer, we have restricted, standard, and super. Policy underscore user is not available here. Restricted, standard, and super user these profiles you can utilize. For example, I'm using standard underscore user. This admin is responsible for all ADO. You can select, you can click on OK. You can click on OK. In case if you are looking for remote authentication server integration, so yes, you can complete. LDAP server failed. Let me check what happened. Failed to start. Okay, well, okay, I think I deleted this server image from this EVNG. Okay, so no problem. We can discuss tomorrow. Please, okay?
Okay,
Integration
no
tasks.
problem.
Yes, we'll discuss tomorrow. Now let's control. So we can create admin option, and yes, you can try to log out and log in with this admin account. In case if you go to device manager, in case if I want to register any device, let's try to register. Okay, give me 1 minute. I need to add some firewall devices here. FortiGate firewall, and I'm using FortiGate 3 firewalls I required. So now we are trying to restore some devices in Fortianalyzer, because before send the log to Fortianalyzer, you need to restore all the devices. So wait, before restore, we need to check some text file, because when you are trying to restore devices to Fortianalyzer, you will face some issue here. And for troubleshooting, we can use this command. Let's configure IP address first. Now, username admin, password 123, config system global. This is host name. This is firewall box 1, firewall 1. Now, config system interface, edit port number 1, set mode static, set IP 192.168.29.190/24, set allows HTTP, HTTPS, ping, and SSH. Now, so I'm trying to restore a device. You can just click on add device. You can provide IP address. You need to have serial number of the device, device name, and you can click on next. So before this, let's verify our connectivity. Execute ping. I'm trying to verify my connectivity with 190 IP. This is 48 firewall box 1 IP. And I'm getting reply. If I'm getting reply, so I can define IP address here, 192.168.29.190. What is serial number of this device? Serial number of this device. So we can copy from here this serial number. We can copy this serial number and we can paste it here, serial number. Now device name, this is firewall box 1. It is automatically detect the device model. This is FortiGate VM64. Firmware version 6.2. Just click on next. You can click on finish. You can see this device is registered now. FortiGate firewall box 1. Luis, can you hear me now?
Yes.
But you can see the real-time logs option is not green. It is red, right? It's in a red. This is the first option. You can just click on add devices. You need IP address of the device, serial number of the device name, and you can click on next. Simple task to restore your device. One more options is available. One more options is available to restore your device. You can let's go to second firewall box. Second firewall box. This is firewall box 2. Username admin. Config system global. Set host name. Firewall 2. Config system interface, edit port number 1. Set mode static. 192.168.29.191/24, set allows HTTP, HTTPS, ping, and SSH. Now, so I'm talking about CLI command. I'm talking about CLI command. In case if I don't want to restart firewall box 2 from here, right now I have only one firewall device. Wait. I have only one firewall device, and right now the real-time logs is not, it is in the red format. It is not in green. It is not in green. Okay, let's go to second firewall box and let's try to register. Okay, before register, let's verify 192.168.29.190. Let's try to access this firewall box one. Luis, can you hear me there?
Yes.
Okay, let's try to access firewall box one first. We'll register firewall box two, but let's verify here. You can go to login report. You can click on log setting. You can see send log to Fortianalyzer 14. This option is not enabled right now. I registered the device. I registered the device 190. But if you go and click on enable, And this time, yes, I have Fortianalyzer. You can you can provide IP address information 192.168.29.190, right? It's a Fortianalyzer app. You can click on test connectivity. You can see you are getting a message. What? No connection.
No
If you
connection.
verify here, there is no message here. I'm sending a test connectivity request. No connection. And see, we are getting message. What? Connectivity issue. Connectivity issue. So to troubleshoot this, what you can do, you can go to Fortianalyzer device, and you have to enable SSL version 3. Let's go to Fortianalyzer config system global command, set log forward, cache size 4, yes, set OFTP SSL protocol, SSL version 3, end command. And okay, let's try again. Let's try again. Test connectivity. This time it's trying to verify. No connection again. Let's go to FortiGate firewall box 1. And this entry, Luis, what I'm doing, this entry I'm trying to configure through CLI command. Okay, Luis,
Yes.
I'm facing some issue. Okay, if I click on test connectivity, I'm facing some issue here. So what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to create entry. I'm trying to troubleshoot through CLI command. Let's go to FortiGate firewall box 1. And this is the command syntax for Fortianalyzer setting. Fortianalyzer setting. Config log Fortianalyzer setting. Set status. Enable. Set serial. Serial. So serial number is what? Serial number of the Fortianalyzer. You can copy from here. Now set SSL minimum protocol version SSL version 3. Now set server. Server is 192.168.29.198/24. Now we can type in the command. Now we can type, wait, no. Oh, sorry. We need to configure only IP address. Now command is in command I'm using. Now let's go to this 40 gate firewall box, and if you click on again test connectivity, this time I'm not facing any issue, right, Luis?
Connected.
This time I'm not facing any issue. See, I'm getting a message. What?
Connected.
Connecting. Now, if you want to send real-time logs, yes, I am looking for real-time logs. You can click on apply. And if you click on apply, you can see the Fortianalyzer access to FortiGate REST API will be authenticated by Fortianalyzer certificate. The serial number, okay. Here we have Fortianalyzer. This is Fortianalyzer serial number. You can click on accept. And now, if anything happened on this FortiGate firewall box, we are sending logs to Fortianalyzer. If you go to forward traffic, this time you are getting two options here. See, two options. What? Memory and what? Fortianalyzer. Two options are available here in FortiGate. If I'm local firewall administrator, like I can verify what information I'm sending on Fortianalyzer. I can verify from here. I can just select here Fortianalyzer. This is Fortianalyzer, or I can go with the memory option. Let's try to restart second firewall device, second firewall box. Sorry, second firewall box. This is firewall box. Okay, if you refresh this page this time, If you refresh this page this time, so you can see we are getting what? A green signal, right? Green signal here. So this foul box one is registered now, and this foul box one has an entry of Fortianalyzer. Louis, clear my point? This task.
Yes. Yes.
Let's try to start second foul box. Second foul box 192, 168.29.191. Serial number. Serial number is okay. Let me verify. Get system status. So this device serial number firewall box 2. Click on next. So device is added successfully. Device is added on. Device is added in Fortianalyzer device. But I need to create some entry. Let's go to let's go to 48 firewall box 2. Now config log 40 analyzer setting, set status, enable, set serial number. 40 analyzer serial number is set SSL minimum protocol, SSL version 3. Now set server 192.168.29.198. Let me check commands and tests. If I forget anything, everything is clear. Yes. Now you can type in the command. Let's try to access 40 gate firewall box 2. And if I'm trying to verify log setting, if I'm trying to verify log setting, you can see I'm not getting any issue here, right? And if you refresh this page, you will get a green signal here. See, let's verify logs are coming or not. Let's verify, and to verify, I need to do some configuration here. Give me 1 minute. Let me complete this firewall box one basic configuration task. So we have IP address on port number 1 in our design. This is public facing interface. So let's configure default route for any unknown destination. 192.168.29.1 is the next hop IP. Let's configure policy to allow our traffic. So rule 1, incoming interface. Okay, let me configure port number 2. Wait. Port number 1 is a WAN interface. Port number 2 is a LAN interface. So 200.200.1/24 ping service. Click on OK. Let's configure policy to allow our traffic. Rule, incoming interface, outgoing interface, source IP, any destination IP, any services, any all session logs. NAT is enabled. Click on OK. Now let's initiate some traffic from this LAN machine. I'm trying to travel through the firewall device. Luis, can we take a break for 5 minutes only?
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So it's 12:15 on my side. Let's continue at 12:20. 5 minutes. Okay. Please turn off your mic. This machine will take time. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, Luis. Can you hear me, dear? Luis, can you hear me? Hello, Luis. Can you hear me, dear?
Yes.
Luis, can you hear me? Okay. Let's continue our topic now. So, from this inside machine, what I'm doing, from this inside machine, I'm trying to initiate my traffic through the firewall box. Okay. I have a simple design. I have one firewall box, LAN network, and WAN portion, default route towards ISP, and one policy to allow my traffic. So, let's initiate some traffic and we can verify these logs are available on Fortianalyzer box or not. Let's try to ping 8.8.8. Sorry, 8.8.8.8. And yes, I'm getting reply. Let's initiate some more traffic. So I'm trying to ping google.com. Traffic is traveling. Yes, traffic is traveling. Google.com, Facebook.com, training.fortinate.com. So I'm initiating some traffic and traffic is traveling through the firewall box. Traffic is traveling through the firewall box. And if you check first in FortiGate firewall box, FortiGate firewall box, this is firewall box one. If you check here, if you go to log and report, if you go to log setting, you can see we are getting some output here, and we are sending what real-time logs. We are sending what real-time logs. So you can go and check in forward traffic. You can select memory. This is what logs are available in local database. This is local database. Luis, clear my point?
Yes.
Local database. But in case for example, I'm local administrator. I'm local firewall administrator. In case if I want to verify is there any logs available on Fortianalyzer or not, you can click on here, you can verify. So right now, Fortianalyzer is not receiving logs and we have local logs here. Let me check in Fortianalyzer. Let's go to log view. And I'm looking for some traffic log here. Wait, it's working slow, but yes, we can receive. We are receiving some logs, Luis. You can see here. We are receiving some logs from 200, 200, 248, right? 48 destination, services, application, right? Action is accept, date and time information you can verify. Okay, so these columns are available in case if I want to add more columns, let me check. Device ID, more columns. Let's go with the more columns. For example, I'm looking for policy ID, right? Policy ID. See, policy ID is one. And remember, policy name is rule, right?
Yes.
Policy name is rule. So we are sending logs. We are sending logs on Fortianalyzer. I hope this point is clear.
It is.
Clear now?
Yes.
Okay, let's continue this discussion tomorrow. Luis. Okay. Tomorrow there is no session, but we'll do. Tomorrow we'll discuss 40 analyzer topic. Okay, Luis.
Okay.
Let's continue this discussion tomorrow. Same time. I'm sharing today recording in 30 minutes. Bye, Luis.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.